Hi everybody, it's early August and I thought I'd update you on my garden project in the backyard of hiding the fence and going crazy at several local nurseries. Uh, Everybody of course is mowing their lawn, etc., but I figured I'd do this now because that never stops. Those are my, right in front of us here is the cosmos and they're going crazy and you can see the bees. I don't know if you can see them. It's hard to do it with this camera, but it's loaded with them. I planted an endless summer hydrangea over there. Yeah, look, whoa, there's lots of bees over here. We'll step back. That silly tulip tree is still growing. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I have some nasturtiums down here. And I don't remember what those are. Because, when you start planting, you plant. Okay, then the lavender is doing real well over there. I'm going to have to trim that back. And we have some zinnias growing here in a pot. And then I'll show you how the roses are doing. There's another pot that I did. This one's a little blown out. It's real bright right now. Those asters are doing super well. The clematis is what I call it. People call it other names. It's finally growing here. That one's going way up. I have some hollyhocks, which are new. Right there. And over there. To work on those roses are doing good. Well, the dahlias are getting ready to pop here. These are the ones from tubers from Home Depot. I planted peonies, and only one is kind of surviving. So I won't be doing that again. There is the dahlia my sister got me. And the two I planted originally. And look at this one. It's from a tuber. Let's see if I can move this bud. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. And there's Zephrine, the rose. She's doing well. She's got new growth here. And a little bit over on the other side. I think you can see it there. It's in the red. And right there. And this is Crown Princess Marguerite, David Austin rose. She is not as robust as Zephrine. Different breeders. Zephrine's been around for a couple hundred years. Got some bug damage here. I am getting new growth on this, but it's kind of in a holding pattern right now. These two are at last roses along with that one back there. So that looks kind of neat. That's a Pinky Winky way in the back. And that's a quick fire hydrangea. And these are all vanilla strawberries. And that one over there is a quick fire. The newest, oh, big bees, lots of bees. So I'm gonna move. They're bigger than me. That's the newest thing, is this arbor with a gate, which is really cool. Bee. Yeah, so you're gonna hear me go, oh, bee. Okay, I'm gonna go this way because bees own this joint. This one's gonna pop, this dahlia. I think it's gonna be a yellow one or white. Okay, let's move on. I reset all these blocks. I put the garden weed control fabric down and reset them. It's always fun to go to Home Depot and load up on cement. But this is the new arbor with a gate. And that's a patch of parsley that I'm going to dig out because it's like 3 years old. It doesn't even taste anything anymore, like anything. That is a phenomenal lavender. Thank you, Lori Moline. You were the one that turned me onto that. These are some seeds of zinnias I planted, and I have some dill growing right there. And we've got our zinnias and verbena growing here. I will come back to this rose later. These are the cosmos. They are actually taller than me. And look at the zinnias. This one's so cool. They're just popping everywhere. And I have some sunflowers coming here. Let me come around this way before the animals get me here. Look at this is amaranth. It's just popped. And there's a sunflower coming right there. This is probably horribly boring for people to look at, but you know, I'm doing this because I can. This is that cardinal vine growing up. It's such a neat leaf on it. And it does little red and white flowers when they come to bloom. Okay, I'll take you over here and show you this thing. This amazed me yesterday. Oh, the guy who cuts my lawn has a client who puts in flowers and tears them out, and so she tore out this great looking celosia, so he gave it to me. I've never seen a celosia. Get off of there, you bugs. There's a yellow cosmos, some zinnias, and check out, let me zoom, that sunflower. Look at that. I don't know if I can get up too close without making you sick. Can't wait to see what the rest of them look like. Here's the other amaranth. It's starting to, let me take that down, do its thing. Isn't that pretty? You guys, if you get a chance, plant this garnet amaranth in the back of your yard if your yard faces west or whichever it is, so the sun comes behind it. At sunset, this just glows ruby red. It's an absolute beautiful sight that I'm going to try to do again next year. My lantana's doing fine. Dianthus is doing fine. It's kind of inside of all this. And here's Wilbur the wisteria. He's not just kicking major butt, but he's also, that's this guy here. Not in full sun, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. This is a Mexican sunflower over here. Let me move this. You can see it. There we go. I like those. I'd like to get some more of those. They look like, maybe they are the same thing as Gerber daisies. So that's the view from this angle. There's some rudbeckia over there. Some daylilies over there. So let's go over to this. This is my one old rose that I'm eventually going to transplant. She's just doing great over here. She's just a beauty, a little pink beauty. And the heucherara is doing super good. And the clematis is going up. My sister planted that for me last year. And I don't know if you remember, you probably don't because you don't live here, but there used to be a rose here, which I'll tell you the rest of that story. That is now a Arctic fire dogwood. Planted that yesterday. Removed the rose. Planted it somewhere else. I'll show you. Coming along here. The begonias are doing really well. I like this begonia better than most. I'm not a begonia person, but look at these. I want to get more. I have mosquitoes attacking me here, so camera jiggles. I'm really sorry. I have glad I planted a couple years ago here, and here is where the other Arctic fire dogwood is. What's neat about Arctic fire dogwoods is in the winter, their branches are bright red. That's the reason I planted them. Because the caladiums are doing good. Well, my stilb is pretty well bloomed out. I don't know if it'll come back. But they're coming along. The rudbeckia is kicking butt. It does have some sort of black spot on its leaves, its lower leaves. So I've been picking them off. My echinaeas are kind of bloomed out, but look at this gladiolus. It's coming. I have a Queen Anne's lace just growing. I think it's Queen Anne's lace. I don't know. It's a wild. It's whatever. I leave it. I like it. Here's the monster. There, you can get a chance. There's my hand. Sorry, there. Look at that dude. And look at that dude. And there's another dude. Then there's more little dudettes down in here. Most of these did come from tubers I bought at Home Depot, so those worked out well. The dahlias, half and half, made it. Peony, only one, and it's extraordinarily tiny, but that's peony. Here's another angle looking at the new gate arch. I'm going to path in here with stone, and stone all the way back behind, in front of the hydrangeas, so I can take care of them there. Now we get to my crazy life. This rose here, that's I've tied onto this trellis, is a garden sun rose. I didn't know it. I planted it a million years ago. What I didn't realize back when I planted it, because who reads the instructions? This is a climber. So I dug it up and I transplanted it. You can see down here it's old. It's an old rose. It's got old. I trimmed out a lot of the dead wood, and I am hoping that this girl makes it. She is a beauty. So I've been taking real good care of her. I may trim her back some more. See, here's some dead wood. You can see. That's dead wood there. Let's focus. And there has been some bug damage on it. So she's getting used to her new world over here. And being transplanted, I don't expect anything from her. Now, here's the real interesting one. Let's get back over here. I don't know the name of this. I bought this rose from Panettas 2 or 3 years ago. Let me give you an up look shot. It's pretty. I had her back where I had the garden sun rose, and they just kind of languished, didn't do too well. Rarely bloomed with this rose. What I would get, besides this, is the rootstock, which is a Doc Huey. Dr. Huey rootstock. Most roses in our area that are grafted roses are on a Dr. Huey rootstock, which is extraordinarily strong. So what I've done is transplanted her. She's only got this one rose growing off of this one spindly little stem coming from here. I'm hoping I will get a basil break down there and get more, and I'll just keep trimming back the Dr. Huey. The phlox is still blooming. That's this white stuff here. And yeah, I gotta get into the grasses. Grasses are nice, sorry, but they can get away from you. So that is what has gone so far. I do believe it'll all flesh out a little bit more come next year, and I hope my roses make it. And then back here, you may have noticed I've tarped this off to kill off this grass, and I probably will tarp off most of this and change the size of these beds, make them larger and not in the rectangle, get rid of the wood. And I'm going to move all these, empty them out, because these are annuals. This is all seeds in these beds. And so I will leave you with this guy. Wish I could get closer, but there's a lot of bees over there. And hope you're having a great time in your garden, not too many bugs, and I'll see you in the next one.